Welcome to the Credit Game. My name is Mike. Thank you guys for all being here, being subscribers, hitting that like button, smashing on that bad boy, and then turn on your bell notification because I want to come to you every day to make sure you know credit, the tips, the strategies, the things that we need to do to be adults in life. And as I always say, guys, you know that the adult toy is credit. And as a children, we don't need credit, right? So, you know, if you got children and you're thinking about raising your child's credit score, there are things you can do by starting to add them as authorized users to your cards. As long as they're past 16 years old, you can start building their credit early for them so they can literally go into the world at 18 and start having real credit. But today's topic, guys, we're going to talk about how to turn credit into cash. And I'm going to give you a few different examples of ways that if we have credit, okay, and we need cash, what are some things that we could do immediately before Christmas so you guys can have cash for the holidays? That being said, if it's your first time on channel, I want to be the person that comes to you every single day. So if you would subscribe, please, it means a lot to us in our organization here that we built the fastest credit channel in national history, and that's because of you guys. All thanks to you guys for subscribing, liking, and the most important thing is that you're watching the videos, right? The more you do something, the better you get. So there's a little bell. Make sure you select the word all, click bell, turn it on, so that when the videos are coming in every single day, you guys are learning and getting better about credit. So how would we turn credit into cash? Well, first thing you have to know is there's a few different tricks, okay? And so I created the credit game for myself, okay? And inside the credit game, I show you so many different of these tricks. I'm gonna share with one today that you'll be able to use right away. Okay, but you have to have good credit. Okay, if you're sitting at a 500 credit score, 600 credit score, these tricks are not going to work. Okay, so the first foundation of turning credit to cash is essentially we need good credit. Okay, so I'll talk to you end about what we need to do to get your credit fixed, so that way you could go into 2021 and have a bright future with your credit. I know you're busy. Even though you have the legal right to fix your credit, I know that you're busy and you got things going on. The last thing you want to worry about is sending out letters to credit bureaus and trying to figure out the loophole to credit, okay? So I got you covered there. But let's talk about turning credit into cash. The first thing you can do, okay, is you can do, and this is not a balance transfer, this is not a cash advance, okay? So here's what happens. Let's say you got a good credit card. Okay, I'm going to use $20,000 credit limit. Again, this is not something you want to do with a $300 credit limit, okay? But let's say, for example, you have a $20,000, just for the purposes of illustration, $20,000 credit limit, okay? What you could do is you call the back of the credit card company. You're like, look, I want to do a conversion over to a loan, okay? So what happens here, you're actually going to be rewarded because of FICO. FICO 10 actually rewards installments more than revolving, okay? So tip number one, is this. You guys call the back of the credit card company. You got a $20,000 credit card. You call and say, I want to do a conversion loan. What they'll do is they will charge you about 4%, 3 or 4%, and then they will deposit the rest in your checking account. So for example, you have a $20,000 credit limit. They're going to take about $800 to do this. Okay? 4%, we'll say 4%, 3%, 4% of the $20,000. So that's $800 they're going to take out of the $20,000 credit card. Okay, and they're going to deposit $19,200 into your checking account as cash. Okay, phenomenal way of converting credit right into cash that you can pull out. Okay, you can pull right out of your checking account, and this is a game changer. Okay, right now I got a $50,000 card. If I wanted to do this and I needed cash, what I would do is I would call Barclays and I would say, hey, I need a conversion loan. Okay, what they're going to do is they're going to charge me $2,000 to do this, but they're going to deposit $48,000 of cold hard cash right into my checking account. Phenomenal way of converting it. Okay, another thing, a little trick of the trade here you can do. Okay, if you guys got decent credit, you can walk right into Lowe's, right? You guys know Lowe's, like Home Depot, Lowe's. Walk right into Lowe's and apply for their credit card. Okay, I'm dropping bombs today for you guys. Ready? Walk in, apply for their credit card. Now, it is a store card. Doesn't have a Visa logo, MasterCard, any of that. So you can only use it for Lowe's products. However, inside of Lowe's, they have gift cards with Visa logos all the way up to $500. So what you can do is take your Lowe's card, go grab 5 or 10. Perfect timing. This is why I'm giving it to you guys now, and I didn't give it to you in July. Perfect timing. I'm having a Christmas party. You can get $100 ones. You can get $300 ones. You can get $500 Visa cards. Okay? So now you use the store card that you can only use at Lowe's, which, by the way, Synchrony Bank, one of the easiest banks to get approved for. Go up there to the kiosk inside Lowe's, grab a handful of the $500 gift cards that have a Visa logo on them, bring it to the counter, check out. You will then have Visa logo cards that you can use anywhere in the United States that accepts Visa. Okay, gas stations, food, whatever you want. You don't have to just use it at Lowe's. And the cool thing about Synchrony, it is the easiest credit card to get, but also they're the most generous, right there with American Express, the most generous to give you a line increase as well. So after you've had the card for about 2 to 3 months, call them up. Hey, look, I'm redoing my kitchen. You guys know I always use this one. I'm redoing my kitchen, or hey, I'm renovating my house, or hey, I've got a huge Christmas party I'm putting together, whatever the case is, and I need a line increase. Okay, they do it in increments of 5,000. Synchrony Bank. Okay. Generally 5,000. So if you're at, they give you $1,000, tell them you need 10. They give you 1,000, say, look, I need 10,000. As long as your credit's good, you made 60 to 90, so 60 days, 2 payments on time, 3 payments on time. Okay, they'll tell you if they want 3, but generally it's anywhere between 60 days and 90 days on good time payments. You call up the back of the card, talk to a human, don't do it online, say I want a line increase, and go from 1,000 to 10,000. I've seen it happen all day, every day. That's Synchrony Bank for you, okay? They're very, very generous with line increases, especially with a store card, all right? The other thing you can do is a flip, okay? So you can buy stuff with, you got a $20,000 card, okay? And you want to turn it into cash. Well, what you can do is a flip, okay? You could buy TVs, you could buy cameras, you could buy equipment, you can buy watches, you can buy jewelry, you can buy whatever at a sale price and then flip it for cash on something like a Facebook marketplace, on different places that will buy for cash, Craigslist, all these different places. You've used your credit, okay, because you have a credit card. You're going to buy something at a discounted rate, and then you're going to put it out there for sale, and people are going to give you cash for your goods. It's another great way of getting cash from credit. Last but not least, authorized users. Let me show you this, okay? People make thousands and thousands of dollars a day doing this. That's why I saved the best for last. What you can do with your credit card, as long as it's never had any late payments, okay? Minus Comenity Bank, minus American Express, and minus Wells Fargo. Forget those 3. If you have another credit card, there's a couple requirements. A, it's never had any late payments. B, it reports to the credit bureaus. And again, the ones I just gave you, they're just not good authorized user spots. Okay? So if you got a Capital One, Discover, if you got a US Bank, if you got a Citibank, if you got a Navy Federal, if you've got a Bank of America, if you got a Chase, okay? Maybe you got a local credit union, I would just call them and say, hey, do you guys report authorized users to the credit bureaus? Okay, but the ones I just told you, those are all good. They report to the credit bureaus. Now, here's how you do it. If you have one of these cards that has not had any late payments ever, okay, what you can do if you want to turn credit to cash is you can sell a spot or 2 or 3 or 4, depending on how many the card holds, right? Capital One, generally speaking, 3 to 5 spots, okay? And this is like a monthly thing, guys, not like this is recurring, okay? Discover 5 spots. Rotate every 60 days with new people. 5 people every 60 days. Capital One, 3 spots every 60 days. Bank of America, 3 spots every 60 days. Citibank, 7 spots every 60 days, okay? What that means is this. If you've got one of these credit cards, Navy Federal, 4 spots, okay? USAA, 10 spots. So I'm telling you this. What you would do is if you got a credit card and you're like, hey, I want to make money. No effect to your credit card, no effect to fraud, no effect to your credit score, 0. 0 risk. You add somebody. as an authorized user to one of your credit cards, as long as it has any late payments and it reports to the credit bureaus, and the utilization of that credit card is under 20%. Because you got to remember, anybody you add as an authorized user to your credit card, it's a copy paste from your credit to theirs. And if you're trying to help somebody, which is the purpose of this, of them paying you for this, you don't want to copy paste something that has 50% utilization with a late payment onto someone's credit. So think about it like this. Let's say you have a Chase card, Freedom, 10,000 limit, 3 years old, never missed any payments, perfect payment history, and utilization is 20%. Okay? One thing that I would do is I would start getting on Facebook. I would start getting on Quora, Quora. Okay? That's another place. What you do is just get on there. You put on there, cheapest trade lines for sale, authorized user special for the holidays, whatever. Put your phone number. People will call you, right? Get on Facebook groups and start putting in there credit groups. There's millions of them. Join it. When you join it, tell them, look, I got the best authorized users. We report to the credit bureaus, whatever the case is. Leave your phone number, best prices out there. You can legitimately turn your credit cards into passive income every single month. Okay? No risk to you because the person you are adding never has access to your credit card. They don't know your name, they don't know your phone number, they don't know your social, they have no access to the credit line, because when you add them as an authorized user to your credit card, what's going to happen is the card to the person you're adding, okay, all you got to do is call the back card, hey, I want to add John Smith, here's his name, here's his date of birth, here's his social. That card, right, goes to you, goes to your home address by default. Never goes to the person you're adding. So they'll never have access to the credit line. They'll never have it. The only thing that will copy paste is your history and your credit limit onto their credit. And as long as those things, like I said, is under 20% utilization and you've never had any late payments, it will copy onto theirs, helping them out with their credit, okay? But it's no effect to your credit at all. No risk to you whatsoever. This is the best way to turn credit to cash. Now, if you guys are looking for more credit cards, I'm telling you, this is one of the most lucrative businesses, okay? You guys knew this. I ran the #1 trade line company in the world for 7 years, okay? It's a multi-million dollar industry. You cannot do it with bad credit, okay? You cannot do this with bad credit. So if you're like, look, man, I want to start a credit repair company or a trade line company, or like, man, this sounds like a great idea to me. I would love to make, thousands and thousands of dollars a month, a week, a day, selling trade lines, okay? Then guess what? You need to have good credit, okay? So the faster we can help you get your credit raised, you can start doing these things I just talked about, legitimately making money right away. So the first step you need to do is get in the credit game. Because once you get in the credit game, it's over from there, okay? Results are in 60 days or less, guaranteed for the credit repair. And our vendor is also saying, look, I am going to guarantee at least a 70% removal from anything that's negative, obsolete, unfair, incorrect, or erroneous on your credit report. 70% or more, and a lot of our clients are seeing 80 to 90% of this negative stuff that's on your credit report that don't need to be there, removed. Why? They know what they're doing. Nobody out there right now is getting results this fast. Period. This is it. This is software. This is not letters, okay? If you guys want access to that so you can start doing credit to cash, or if you just want higher credit limits, if I'm getting higher credit limits, I'm going to be like, hey, I want to go what Mike just said, how to turn credit to cash. Because legitimately, you could take the credit cards and start making money off them right away. And so this is a phenomenal way of really just having passive income that continues to come in. And inside here, I show you what trade lines to get to do it. I show you exactly what banks you should have. And I show you the trade line business of like everything that you need to do this the right way, legally, ethically, and how to do it so you can start making money right away off your credit cards. So that right there is inside the credit game. Okay, you get access. Okay, let's say you're like, look, I don't have cards right now. Okay, you get in the credit game. Not only are you going to get elite credit repair and the entire education part of it, but you're also going to have access to trade lines at 75% off competitor prices. Now, something's ringing in your head right now. You're like, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I don't have the best credit, but I've got cash. Maybe I don't have the best credit, but I do have cash. So if I get in a credit game, I could use their vendor. I'm getting 75% off of Tradelines. What if I just use their Tradelines because they have a vetted vendor already in there who I can get Tradelines for 75% off. And boom, if I bought a Tradeline for $200 inside their platform, then I can go to those sites that Mike just said. Then I could flip that Tradeline for $1,000. Let me say it again. If you bought a Tradeline for $200 inside the credit game and you didn't have the credit card yet because you're building up your credit or you haven't went through our elite credit repair that's inside here, then you can buy the Tradelines for 75% off and then flip them at full price. Or even if you said, hey, huge discounts. You buy a Tradeline, let me give you an example. You buy a Tradeline in a platform that's got 7 to 8 years on it for $100 to $200, you can flip them for $700, $800 like that. That's how discounted they are. So, 2 ways you can do this. If you got great credit already, you got to get in the credit game so I can show you how to run this business and run different things you guys need to do to effectively start turning credit to cash. If you don't have great credit, okay, you need to get in the credit game because I'm going to show you how to do it. We're going to get you the elite credit repair results in 60 days, okay? But on top of that, while that's happening, you're watching the videos and you can also start using the vendor to start flipping Tradelines to make money for the holidays, okay? Guys, I am laying out for you today the absolute best way to start making money. If you need money right away, you need to get in the program. I'm telling you, before Christmas, you could legitimately have a lot of money stacked up. And I'll show you how to do it inside the program. Call me. I'll be on the floor waiting on your call. And just say, hey, Mike, I'll say what's up, okay? I'm going to be on the floor out there, walking the floor, waiting for you guys to say, hey, I saw the video, turn credit to cash. Okay, if you say that, they're going to put me on the phone real quick. I'm going to say what's up to you, okay? You need to get in so you can change it before the holidays. We got FICO 10 coming up, and it is going to be adopted at the end of this month, guys. With everything that's what I'm just said, trust me, trust me, trust me. You want to start today, not tomorrow. You want to start today so you can do the things I just talked about. Smash the like button. Subscribe if it's your first time. Turn on your bell. And then call me so we can get moving because we only have a few days left before the end of the year. And we have the holidays. So let's start turning credit to cash and start making you some money. I want to help you make money. I'll show you exactly how I did it inside the platform. And I'll say what's up to you. 904-420-7772. 904-420-7772. I'll be waiting on your call. Mike from the Credit Game.